it just me, or is puffy paint getting less and less puffy every year?
No, it's not just you. I mean, at what point is it just paint?
Hi there. Did you know that the bows you just bought were made by small Cambodian children?
Well, when you do something 1,000 times a day, you get pretty good at it.
Mom, I'm sorry. My mother doesn't like to be confronted in parking lots.
It'll only take a minute. I'm seeking signatures for a petition to end child labor.
Oh, of course. I love labor and I hate children. What? No. I'm sorry. The opposite.
Okay.
No, you can't sign that. You're not old enough to vote or sign things. I'll do it.
How old are you?
I'm 16.
17. Hi, I'm Ricky.
I'm Kenny.
At that moment, I hated my name. It sounded like the name of a baby.
Or Kenneth. Sometimes people call me Kenneth.
Saved it. Whew, look at me. I'm flirting with a guy, and I am crushing it.
Come on, Kenneth. It's time for your bath.
No!
That was a clip from ABC's new show, The Real O'Neills. It is based on that family we all know that looks perfect from the outside, but in reality, they're a typical all-American, Catholic, divorcing, disgraced, law-breaking, gay family. Or at least that's how Noah Gavin's character describes his family. Noah, along with Martha Plimpton, who plays his mom, Eileen O'Neill, both join us. Thank you so much for sitting down with us this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Well, Martha, we say the family seems pretty perfect, and that's kind of because of your character, Eileen. You really want your family to seem perfect, so perfect, she even orders for them at the restaurant.
That's right. That's right. Eileen is a very controlling person, but, you know, it's done out of love. She wants the best for her family. She wants her family to, you know, do well in the eyes of God and the church and, you know, the community. And she wants to be upstanding, and she wants to be happy, you know, whatever that means. But she's so busy kind of micromanaging everyone that she's kind of missing the forest for the trees a little bit. And so when things start sort of tumbling out, you know, of the closet, so to speak, you know, it throws her for a major loop. Yes.
Well, and Noah, I kind of gave an exact description, as your character said, divorcing, disgraced, law-breaking. Pretty much everybody comes out with a different secret, right?
Yes.
And yours is?
Yes, everybody in the family has a secret. I think this is all propelled by Kenny's need to come out. What's nice is that we're not, a lot of shows have dealt with the inner struggle of figuring out your sexuality, and that's not really what we're doing. Kenny is very comfortable with the fact that he's gay. The struggle there is that he's scared to come out to his mother, who he loves and is scared of.
Yeah.
And
he's a young kid, you know. He's young and he hasn't dated, and, you know, like any adolescent, he's struggling to sort of figure out who he is and develop his own, you know, identity and his own independence. And, you know, it just so happens that the element that is sort of central to that, you know, development for him at this point in his life is his homosexuality. And he knows his mom, who's a very devout Catholic, is not going to take it well.
Well, I mean, Eileen came out with, you know, some of her own, you know, things, like you said, kind of out of the closet. She got pregnant at a Foreigner concert. Everybody's got something. Shannon, of course, is you know, collecting money for charity, but kind of used that money to buy a car off of Craigslist. So I love that we have, you know, every person has a little bit of something. But no, I know your character. We are focused in on, you know, kind of his journey, and I love that we kind of bounce back and forth between, I guess, like reality on the show and kind of his dream fantasy world. Even like there's a portion where he's in a Will and Grace episode.
Fine. Yeah.
But if you don't have to give up stuff for Latin,
yeah.
something too. Of course.
I love that. I love that his character has this sort of, and I think that's what Noah meant when he was saying, you know, he knows who he is. He's just not sure he wants to. He's ready to share it.
Right.
But he knows at some point he's got to share it, right? So he's got this incredibly rich sort of fantasy life.
Yeah, this like interior fantasy life that he lives. You know, Jesus is a recurring role on the show.
Yeah, he and Jesus are best buds.
There's a dance sequence at some point.
Yeah,
you know, there's a lot of things. You get to really see the story told through Kenny's eyes, and you really get to know him.
Well, I really like it when we have those little cameos by Jesus. I think those are amazing. And I know tomorrow night we're taking on The Real Lent. What can we expect in tomorrow's episode?
Well, you know, the basic gist of it is that Eileen feels that because her family has completely gone off the rails and everybody's doing, you know, this whole situation is not going to work for her. No offense. I'm speaking as my character now. She decides that it's time to put the God back in St. Patrick's Day. And, you know, she's going to bring her family back into the fold.
And St. Patrick's Day has always been like a very fun, festive
thing.
That wasn't really
Eileen
about
is she's going to put the kibosh on that now. It's no longer going to be this kind of, you know, semi-pagan thing with the leprechauns.
With the
We're going to bring
leprechauns.
it back to God, and we're going to get back to basics so that we don't end up burning in a fiery hell.
Right.
Well, Martha, no, I can't
So
wait.
tune in. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I can't wait to see it. It has already been so hilarious. I want to thank you guys once again for talking with us this morning.
Thank you so much
For having us.
Absolutely. Now, The Real O'Neills premieres Tuesday, March 8th at 7:30 p.m. right here on KGUN 9 ABC. Don't go anywhere. The Morning Blend will be right back.